2026, luxury watches are no longer just timepieces. They're status symbols, investment assets, engineering masterpieces, and for some collectors, the ultimate flex. The world's biggest watch brands are producing fewer pieces. Demand is still exploding, and certain models now sell for the price of mansions, supercars, and even private jets. Today, we're counting down the top 7 luxury watches of 2026, ranked by price. From legendary Swiss craftsmanship to futuristic engineering marvels, these are the watches that dominate the wrists of billionaires, athletes, celebrities, and elite collectors around the world. Starting at number 7. Number 7. Rolex Daytona Platinum. Estimated price around $85,000 to $100,000. When most people think of luxury watches, Rolex is the first name that comes to mind. But while models like the Submariner and GMT Master are incredibly popular, the Platinum Daytona sits in an entirely different category. Crafted from solid 950 platinum, this Daytona combines racing heritage with extreme luxury. The signature ice blue dial instantly identifies it as Rolex's most prestigious metal offering. Unlike steel Daytonas, which are already difficult to obtain, the platinum version represents the pinnacle of Rolex sports watches. Inside is Rolex's caliber 4131 movement, known for its incredible precision, reliability, and durability. The watch features a chestnut brown ceramic bezel, a detail that separates it from every other Daytona in the lineup. What makes this watch special isn't just the materials, it's the exclusivity. Walking into a Rolex boutique and buying one is nearly impossible. Most collectors spend years building relationships before getting the opportunity. For many enthusiasts, the Platinum Daytona represents the ultimate Rolex. It doesn't scream for attention like a diamond-covered watch. Instead, it whispers wealth in a language only true watch lovers understand. Number 6. Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Perpetual Calendar Blue Ceramic. Estimated price around $450,000 to $500,000. The Royal Oak changed watchmaking forever when it debuted in 1972. Designed by the legendary Gerald Genta, it transformed the idea of a luxury sports watch. Fast forward to 2026, and the Royal Oak Perpetual Calendar Blue Ceramic has become one of the most sought-after watches on Earth. The first thing you notice is the stunning blue ceramic case and bracelet. Producing ceramic components with this level of finishing is extraordinarily difficult. Every surface alternates between brushed and polished finishes, creating a visual effect that looks almost unreal under light. The perpetual calendar complication tracks the day, date, month, leap year, and moon phase, while requiring almost no adjustment for decades. Celebrities, athletes, and billionaires continue to chase this model because production numbers remain extremely limited. The combination of cutting-edge materials, iconic design, and one of watchmaking's most respected complications places this Royal Oak among the elite watches of 2026. Number 5. Patek Philippe Nautilus Travel Time Chronograph. Estimated price around $700,000 to $900,000 on the secondary market. Few watches have achieved the cultural status of the Patek Philippe Nautilus. What began as a luxury steel sports watch has evolved into one of the most valuable watch collections ever created. In 2026, demand for premium Nautilus references continues to reach astonishing levels. The travel time chronograph combines two highly useful complications. First, it displays multiple time zones, making it perfect for international travel. Second, it features a chronograph function for timing events. The iconic porthole-inspired case design remains instantly recognizable across the globe. Even from a distance, collectors know exactly what they're looking at. Patek Philippe intentionally limits production, creating enormous waiting lists and pushing market prices far beyond retail. Owning a Nautilus isn't simply about telling time. It's about joining one of the most exclusive clubs in luxury watch collecting. Many collectors consider the Nautilus the perfect balance between elegance, sportiness, practicality, and prestige. That's why prices continue to soar year after year. Number 4. Richard Mille RM. 6501 automatic split seconds chronograph, estimated price around $1 million. Richard Mille has completely rewritten the rules of luxury watchmaking. Traditional Swiss brands focus on heritage. Richard Mille focuses on innovation, aerospace technology, and futuristic engineering. The IM6501 looks less like a watch and more like a Formula One machine strapped to your wrist. Its split seconds chronograph is one of the most complex timing mechanisms ever integrated into an automatic sports watch. The movement contains hundreds of components engineered to withstand extreme forces. The colorful pushes and skeletonized design immediately reveal that this is not a conventional luxury watch. Athletes love Richard Mille because the watches are incredibly lightweight. Despite their complexity and price, they're built to be worn during high-performance activities. From tennis courts to racetracks, Richard Mille watches have become symbols of modern success. For younger billionaires and celebrities, Richard Mille often carries more status than traditional brands because of its rarity and unmistakable appearance. The RM6501 perfectly represents that philosophy. Number 3. Patek Philippe Grandmaster Chime. Estimated price around $3 million. Now we enter the truly extraordinary category. The Grandmaster Chime is not simply a watch, it's a mechanical masterpiece, widely regarded as one of the most complicated wristwatches ever created by Patek Philippe. It contains 20 complications packed into a reversible case. The watch features multiple chiming functions, perpetual calendar displays, dual time zones, and several innovations found nowhere else. Creating a single Grandmaster chime requires immense expertise and countless hours of hand finishing. Every component is meticulously assembled, adjusted, and tested by master watchmakers. The reversible case allows owners to display different dials, depending on their preference, essentially giving them two watches in one. Collectors often describe the Grandmaster Chime as wearable art because its value extends far beyond functionality. In a world increasingly dominated by digital technology, the Grandmaster Chime demonstrates what human craftsmanship can achieve at its absolute peak. Number 2. Richard Mille RM5602 Sapphire Tourbillon. Estimated price around $3.5 million to $4 million. Imagine building an ultra-complex mechanical watch inside a completely transparent sapphire crystal case. That's exactly what Richard Mille accomplished with the RM5602. Nearly every visible surface appears transparent, creating the illusion that the movement is floating in midair. Machining sapphire crystal is extraordinarily difficult. The material is incredibly hard, requiring extensive time and precision to shape correctly. The watch features a suspended movement, connected through a unique cable system. Inspired by suspension bridges, every angle reveals something new. Every reflection highlights another layer of engineering complexity. Only a tiny number of these watches exist worldwide, making them among the rarest Richard Mille creations ever produced. For collectors seeking the ultimate combination of technology, exclusivity, and visual impact, the RM5602 represents one of the most impressive watches money can buy. And now, the number 1 luxury watch of 2026. Number 1. Graph Diamonds Hallucination. Estimated value approximately $55 million. Nothing else comes close. The Graph Diamonds Hallucination isn't just the most expensive watch in 2026, it's one of the most expensive wearable luxury items ever created. This extraordinary creation features more than 110 carats of extremely rare colored diamonds arranged across a platinum bracelet. Pink diamonds, blue diamonds, yellow diamonds, green diamonds, orange diamonds. Every stone was carefully selected for its rarity, color intensity, and flawless quality. The result looks less like a traditional watch and more like a piece of museum-worthy jewelry. The watch mechanism itself almost becomes secondary because the diamonds are the true stars of the show. Creating the hallucination required years of sourcing some of the world's rarest gemstones. Experts consider many of these diamonds virtually impossible to replace today due to declining availability and skyrocketing demand. The hallucination exists in a category beyond traditional luxury. It's a symbol of absolute exclusivity, a masterpiece where horology, jewelry, art, and wealth converge into a single object. And that's what makes it the undisputed king of luxury watches in 2026. From Rolex's understated prestige to Richard Mille's futuristic engineering and Graff's diamond-covered masterpiece, these watches represent the highest levels of craftsmanship, exclusivity, and luxury available today. Some are investments, some are engineering marvels, some are works of art, but all of them prove one thing: in the world of ultra-luxury, a watch can be worth far more than simply telling time. And as the luxury watch market continues evolving, one thing remains certain: the pursuit of the perfect timepiece is more competitive, more exclusive, and more expensive than ever before. If you enjoyed this countdown of the world's most expensive luxury watches in 2026, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss our next deep dive into the world of luxury, wealth, technology, and elite lifestyles. Which watch impressed you the most? Was it the timeless prestige of the Rolex Daytona, the legendary craftsmanship of Patek Philippe, the futuristic engineering of Richard Mille, or the jaw-dropping $55 million Graff hallucination? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and remember, while these watches tell time, they also tell a story of innovation, craftsmanship, and the pursuit of perfection. See you in the next video.